Hi everybody, Sketchbox is here. I'm super excited. It's a little bit earlier than usual. Let's see what's inside. Unfortunately, I lost the footage from the actual unboxing, so I'm going to show you guys what came with this month's box after I already used them and know how I feel about the products. First of all, Sketchbox sent us a note that they apologizing that they didn't receive the product list and artist cards this month in time, so we got the barcode instead, or you can go to the website directly and view the product list on the site. The surface that we have this month is Fluid 100 watercolor paper in hot press, exclusive size for Sketchbox. It's kind of cool. 100% cotton, it's 4x7, 20 sheets, 140 pounds, acid-free. It says it's an easy block. So it's a block, but it's not attached on this sides. It's only glued on this sides. Unlike normally it's all four sides and maybe you have like a little opening on one of the sides to detach the sheets. Nice paper. It's thick, it's very smooth, it's not super white, it's kind of this slightly tinted off-white, so it's just not bleached. So we have in this box, this is a set of 3 markers, is my understanding. They didn't come in the package in my box, but it looks like it on the website. Very generous color-wise. They are from Spectrum Noir. They're water soluble. So let's look at the colors. I feel like it's a little bit big, so just to hold in the hand. One of them has 2 sides, so I don't know how long. Are they supposed to last the same as this guy? I don't know. And one of these has a brush on one end, so if I disassemble these guys, so like this one gets really short and then this guy has 2 sides. In this one we have the gold. Beautiful. They're very juicy and they cover really well. I don't see any streaking if I use it just as a marker, but also remember they're water soluble. Not as much for this type of paper. I think they will work better on like cellulose paper for watercolor effects. Because of the cotton, it absorbs the color pretty quickly, so it doesn't move as nicely. Let me show you. If I try to dissolve it, I mean, I'm definitely lifting some of the color, but I'm not going to be able to dissolve where I initially put the color on, if it makes sense. So the next color is crimson. Also very pretty red, and a sunset. A little corally. Here's another one that we have. This one comes in rose pink. I like the brush on this, guys. It's not too, like, it's not very stiff. I don't know if you can see. It definitely bends, so I'm kind of curious how long it's going to last, because sometimes they lose their point. Next one is jasmine and tulip. And another marker that comes in bud green. Beautiful. The meadow. And verdant green. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. So very pretty greens. It's not like a funky greens. I like this type of greens. Very springy, very flowery. One other item that came in the box is Faber-Castell Pitt Artist Pen Brush in walnut brown. So it's a brush pen that's filled with India ink. So it's waterproof. It's very nice. And you can either use it directly. I really like that it has this kind of a funky different color too than your like standard browns, I guess, more redder. So that's a really nice pen. You can put this on a palette, and if you want a flat wash on something like this, you can use the brush on the palette and pick up the pigment and create a wash out of it. And it will be permanent. It will not be moving once it's dry. One more item is this very, very nice bottle of Ecoline liquid watercolor in ultramarine light. It comes in a glass bottle, 30 ml. It has a pipette, so very convenient. So you can put it out on a palette, or you can use it directly on a paper with this little thing and draw directly with it. It can create really cool effects if you use it that way. So let me show you what I mean. I can just draw with this if I wanted to. And if you have wet paper, they'll start going all the directions. So very, very cool product. The only downside to this product, it's not light fast. It doesn't have pigment. It's made out of dyes. So it will be very, very transparent. Cute. And the last item that came in the box was this. I wish I didn't use it so I can show you how to use this, but since I already used it, I can't really do that. So it's a water pen, water brush pen from Caran d'Ache, although it's not a brush. So I don't know what to call it. Water pen? It's like a marker. It's a felt tip, and it works just like water brush. Just doesn't have bristles. You unscrew this, and you can either put ink or water in here. But see how it has like a little hole in here? It doesn't have, when it flows, it doesn't just flow in like in here all the way. So it's guarded. You can increase the flow by pushing this, and this guy over here that actually comes in all the way in, and it works like a syringe. So you're supposed to put this end in your liquid and then pull this up, and the liquid will go into your reservoir. So I filled it with my Ecoline, of course, and it looks really, really cool. This felt tip is very, very stiff, unlike this brush. So I kind of want to compare how they work against Ecoline brush. I thought it was a really nifty idea. You can also, if you put water in here instead of the ink, you can dip this into the ink and add water while you write and create gradient effects. So I just want to show you with this marker set. I mean, it looks like a lot of colors. The only colors that I would want that are in addition to this and that I can actually make, like browns, for example. We can do this with these colors. You can grab the orange, something like this gold sunset, and maybe add a little bit of yellow in here. And let's add some green, dark green in here. So I noticed if you want a nice saturated color, you don't want to add any water in here. So you want to stay with kind of a mostly dry brush. And here's our brown. And since we have our blue, I thought let's go ahead and see if we can do a purple. I'm gonna use this out of the brush because this product is a lot more saturated and pigmented than this. So you gotta add a little bit. Not too much. And got a nice, lovely purple. I also thought we could get an interesting color with dark green. So if we just have this marker set, maybe a little bit of this too. Let's see. I think I can almost make a purple out of this too. It kinda is purpley, but it also has a little bit of brown in it. But it's definitely different, right, from any of the other colors that are in here. So in addition to the colors that came with your markers, you can also get a few others. And of course you can mix some of the yellows and greens and like, let me show you how this looks also. Let's do this. Let me show you what I mean with, you can also create a wash. But remember, it is waterproof, this one. I think the rest you can kind of move depending on the color. It will lift a little bit at least. I thought some of these colors were easier to move than the others that came in the markers. So you can really like get rid of this that's underneath. Here's all the products that we got with this month's box, so let's go see what you can make with them. Very springy, very fun materials this month. I think paper didn't really work with aqua markers as intended. You would have to put the pigment out on the palette to create washes, but you can work with it, just use them as markers. I think in general, smooth 100% cotton paper does not like mistakes and seems to grab onto pigment. In this case, I wasn't really able to move the marker after you apply it. The markers were fun to use. I would have to use them a couple more times to see how the nibs are holding up. After one small painting, it's hard to tell. The colors are vibrant, markers are juicy. You can blend a little with markers themselves on top of each other. They are a little large in the hand. However, nice shape. They won't roll off the table. From the website, it looks like these 3 markers are from the same set called Floral Meadow. You have 9 colors altogether. Faber-Castell Pit Brush, it's filled with India ink, so it's waterproof. The grayish-brown color, unusual. I like it. It's a really nice addition for sketching and lining. Ecoline Liquid Watercolor. Absolutely beautiful, nice packaging, very saturated and transparent. One downside to the product, it's dye-based, so it will fade in sunlight. And the favorite item of the box, even though I didn't end up using it here, it's the Caran d'Ache marker water pen. I can't wait to test it out against Ecoline markers since they're both filled with the same ink. I think this one though has more control. You can also fill it with water and dip it in liquid ink. It creates gradient effect if you keep squeezing the brush and adding water to the mix while you paint. What do you guys think is happening on the painting? My lion is trying to get the teenage mouse stuck on the branch you can't see. I know, tricky. And the rest of the mice are telling the lion what to do. Happy sketching this month! Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, love to all, and have a great day.